Hey everybody, CW here, Card Wolf, because I am always on the hunt for great cards. Today is Monday, and that means it is mail day, and I've got a gigantic box here sent in by Bart from BC's Sports Cards. Bart has sent awesome stuff to me before here at the channel, and I have sent Bart one or two things in the past, and he said he was going to send me something else, and I certainly was not expecting it to be this gigantic. It's really heavy too. I mean, it feels as though he has sent me a couple of cinder blocks in here, which would not be the kind of thing Bart would usually send, so I don't think that's what's happened, but we're going to get into this and find out, get Mr. Kershaw and put him to work. If you've not been over to Bart's channel, I will link to it in the descriptive box below, and I highly encourage you to check it out. Bart opens some really cool stuff on his channel. He is a Cubs fan, as you can probably tell by the insignia there, and I often see Bart open stuff on his channel and think to myself, man, I'd like to open that too, and so I feel as though sometimes I am inspired by Bart to get into products that I might not otherwise know about or think that I'd be interested in. He opens all kinds of cool stuff, and he's a super friendly and generous guy, so I highly encourage you to check out his channel. He's got a note here. Hey there, CW and pack opening machine. I hope this very small box, this is not a small box at all, of goodies finds you well. As promised, there are a few pieces of cardboard inside, plus something made of some sort of metal or alloy. All right, so perhaps there's a bust of Bart's head in here, so I can display that here on the table. That would be pretty awesome, a metal statue of Bart. Anyway, thanks for all you do for the community and for just being great. Keep up the fantastic videos that make us all smile and sometimes chuckle. Well, that's very kind of you, Bart. Thank you. Your friend BC, aka Bart. This is an awesome letter, and I'll put it up here on top of the card wall here with other letters that I've been sent. Let's see what is in here. What has Bart sent us? There's a lot of packing peanuts in this item. Just something I've never seen before. I'm going to just take everything out of this box before I start getting into it, and then this way you guys can actually see stuff a little better. Wow, there are stacks and stacks of cards in here. There's also some sort of a box. What is this? This is a gigantic, what is this? This is an archives box, but it feels like there's something else in here that is not actually archives cards. And I'm going to put that there. Wait, there's still more packs of cards in here that I am going to get out. Good heavens. All right, I believe that is everything. All right, here we go. I don't know what's in here, but it is not a sealed box, and it does not sound like archives cards. We'll find out. Got stacks of cards to go through, and this item, which is a High Five Superstar collection, and these look like stickers to me. I've never come across this before. Yeah, and you have a picture of Frank Thomas on the back there. I've never seen anything like this. I'm going to have to look this up and see what this is. It's dated 1992, and again, it is not something I have ever come across before, so I'm going to put that standing up there on the back wall. I've got to see what is in this archives box. I've got the camera up pretty high, so you will see just as I do. It's a lunchbox or metal box of some sort. So let's see what is in here. Oh, it's a Ripken Jr. Wow, that is awesome. A Ripken Jr. lunchbox. If you follow the channel, you know I collect Cal's cards and always have, and that is really cool. I do not own this, and I am delighted to add this to my PC. And lest you be concerned, it is very heavy, so there's something in here, but I don't know what it is. I'm very curious to find out. Let's see, it is some padding. We've got some styrofoam or foam here. I'm not sure. Well, okay, so this, all right, so let's turn this around then and see what we have here. This is clearly labeled for the POM, so I'm going to set that aside and see if I can get the pack opening machine on here to open that. It's not home right now. Wow, this is more stacks of cards I'm going to put over here, and then more down here. This is pretty awesome. Jiminy Crickets, he has fallen down back there. Got to fix that and redo that and put it back here. That is really, really cool. I'm going to put that to the side for my son. Now, what do we have here? We've got a Shohei gingerbread house, which I can honestly say I have never owned before. I'll put that over there. And then this is also for, oh, that is cool. This is a Donruss Grand Champion card. And I'll put the sticker on the back so you can actually see the card. And these are like 4x6 cards or 5x7. I think these are 4x6. And these came out in the 80s, like the mid to late 80s, I believe. Babe Ruth card number 1 in this set. I'm looking to see if it has a date on the back, but it does not. These were really cool. I remember buying packs of these and being delighted with the fact that they had so many Hall of Famers in here. It was pretty awesome. So I'm going to put that in the POM stack over there and then get into one of these stacks of cards. I don't know which one to begin with. I don't know. I guess I'll start with this one. This has a Yankee on top, which is kind of strange, but we'll check out and see what is going on here. It has Juan Soto on top. It is a Top Stars of the MLB card from a couple of years ago. So is this a whole set of the Stars of MLB? Look at this. I think it is. I'm going to check the back. I believe that it is. Wow, this is nuts. I think this is from, I'm not sure if this is from Topps Update or if this is from all 3 series. I don't know. It's a lot of Stars of the MLB. I'll have to ask Bart about this. I'll go through all of these so you can see who is included, including a Scanes rookie card. Look at that. That is very generous. Thank you, Bart. That is awesome. Austin Riley there. Rushman, who I collect. Colton Cowser rookie. That's very nice as well. Very cool to get these. Davis Schneider, who is apparently a rookie for the Blue Jays. I'm not familiar with him. Curtis Mead. More rookie cards in here. This is pretty awesome. Lots and lots of rookies. There's Volpe, Austin Wells, and O'Neill Cruz. Imanaga right there. Very nice to see that. He's doing quite well. He had a really good game over the weekend, I believe. Jackson Churio rookie as well, and Wyatt Langford. Man, that is a great set of Stars of the MLB cards. I am delighted about that. I think that is either from Series 2 or maybe Update. I'm not sure where those are from. I don't think it's all of them from that year, but I believe it's from, I'm going to guess, Update. This is a pretty big, pretty thick stack here. I'm going to go with this one next. It's got a beautiful Cal Ripken Jr. card on the top. Once again, all of this largesse is from Bart at BC Sports Cards. Bart, tremendously generous and really, really nice guy. Great collector and amazing member of our community. I see him sending stuff and receiving stuff from people. He's just a wonderful guy. Thank you again, Bart, for sending these. Great Pacific Cal Ripken Jr. card here. That's an unusual run and a really nice one, too. You don't see that one often. Wow, that is one I do not recognize off the top of my head. Cal Ripken Jr. Sports Cards? What is this? From Sports Card News from 1991. That is really interesting. I know that was kind of it was news about sports cards. It was mostly a price guide, as I recall, and I guess this card was an insert. I don't remember if this was on a sheet that you were hand cutting the cards or not. I do remember these now that I'm thinking about it, but I'm not sure I have that Ripken, so that is a really, really nice add for me to the PC. Anytime I get a Ripken that I do not have, that is pretty unusual, especially if it's a playing error, which this one would be, so that is pretty awesome. Here's a nice Sportflix Ripken there, and hopefully you can see him throwing and then crouching down and fielding. Pretty cool cards, 3D effect back then. Nice pink parallel from Prism there of Ripken. I'm not sure I have that one, so that's pretty nice too. Nice in-action card from Fleer, super special. And we got a Crown Royale card also from Pacific here. And this was, I believe this was an insert, a Future Attractions insert, if I'm remembering right. So pretty cool to see that one. Nice 1987 Leaf card there. Of course, same design as 87 Donruss because it was the same company, just Leaf was the Canadian version. These are pull cards from Craft Singles, and I'll put this down. I'm not going to pull it because that would ruin the card, but move it closer to the camera so that you can check it out at home if I can get it in focus there. Basically, you pull this tab at the top. It's coming into focus. There we go. You pull this little tab at the top here, and it pulls this thing. It folds it in a way and does an interesting little trick there. Those are kind of unusual cards. You don't see those very often. There were only, I believe, 30 in the set, and a lot of Hall of Famers in that set, actually. Very cool to see that. It's from 1993, as I recall, so that's really neat. This was a mail-away Topps glossy card, and This one, as you can see, is from 86, 60 in that set, and they really had most of the players who went on to become Hall of Famers from that era are in that set. A lot of other big stars and some fan favorites in there as well. This is a poster of Ripken. I don't know that I recognize this one. This is undoubtedly a Fleer Sports Illustrated product, but I don't think that I've ever pulled this poster out of there before, so that's pretty awesome. I like that one a lot, and I don't think that if I have that, I haven't looked at it for a very long time and don't really remember where I would have put that. I'm not sure I would have put that in one of my Ripken binders or tried to press it flat. Here's a nice Bowman Chrome Draft History card. This is not a playing era card, but still a really cool card, and one nice insert that I don't think I have. It's more modern, but still really cool card. Allen and Ginter Ripken from 2021, another Sportflix card here. You can see him following. Oh no, they've got several players on here. You've got Ripken, and then it looks like maybe Robin Yount, and then it'll tell us on the back who's on here. Molitor, Willie Wilson, and Ripken are on that one. Beautiful Select Icons foil card. Check that out. It's a really lovely card, one I do not have, from 2024. Very nice. Another modern card here with a Donruss red, white, and blue Ripken insert, or parallel rather, there. Now what is this? This is a Ripken parallel, and I do not recognize what the parallel is there. I'll bring that one a little closer to the camera. Maybe one of you will recognize what that parallel is. The border there appears to have some kind of odd symbols on there. I'm not quite sure what that is. And of course, it doesn't tell you on the back. I don't know why they just won't put the name of the insert or the parallel on the back. Make things a lot easier. That's a beauty there. That is a die-cut card from Upper Deck, and that was an Upper Deck insert set that they did of all Cal Ripken cards, I believe. And that is pretty awesome. That is a really nice card, and that's in great shape. Those die cuts were often off-center or had some kind of weird sort of cut to them that didn't really make them look great. That one looks in really good shape. Thank you for these, Bart. These Ripken cards are awesome. There's a Fleer Tradition card, and I believe that is a playing era card, if I'm remembering correctly, from 2001. So that's a really nice playing era Ripken there, and very unusual one. Kind of, looks like some of the cards from the 50s or 1960. Has a little bit of that feel to it with the sideways design. Here's a Fleer Gamers, and Cal to Greatness was another all-Cal insert set. There were several of those around the time that Cal broke the consecutive games record, and this one is, I believe, also a playing era card, 3 of 15C. Cal to Greatness, really nice insert set that they did. Here's a Fleer Ultra card of Ripken there, very nice. And we've got an MVP card from Upper Deck. Those were always really nice, high-quality cards as well. Leather and Lumber from 2004 Donruss. Now, I don't think that's playing era, but that's still a really nice card, and one that I don't think that I have ever picked up. So that's a really nice find there. I love to see that. Thank you. These are nuts. I don't know where you got all these Cal Ripken cards. I gotta say, Bart, some of these are definitely cards that I do not have and am pleased to add to the PC at this point. These are real finds. Really delighted about this. Another Upper Deck card here. This is also commemorating his consecutive games streak, and of course this is a checklist card on the back there. I don't know if you noticed that. This a nice collector's choice. This was also another Ripken insert set. This one from Upper Deck Collector's Choice, and this one, I can't remember how many cards were in this set. It says 1 of 22, so there you go. That tells me that. Big League Cal, and that's a Sports Extra there. This is another Upper Deck insert. Now this was not an all Cal insert set, I don't think. I believe there were a bunch of different players featured in this one, and that's a nice card there of Cal. Now what is this? This is in one of these cool plastic cases here, and we'll see what we have in here. It looks like it is maybe a set of the Topps News cards from this year's archives, which is chock full of Hall of Famers. We got Willie Mays there, Bob Gibson, Ernie Banks, and Roberto Clemente. There's Hank Aaron, Tris Speaker, and Mel Ott, Mickey Mantle, and Stan Musial. That is fantastic. A lot of outfielders represented in there, so I don't think Topps is trying to do all the positions or a starting lineup for the American and National League. I think they're just putting in who they think are the all-time all-stars. That is really nice. I love these. They remind me so much of the 1976 Sporting News all-time all-stars cards, which I like so much and have so many fond memories of. So to get so many of these, and a lot of these I do not have yet, so I'm really delighted to have these, Bart. Thank you so much for those. That is awesome. Open another pack of these here. I'm just kind of guessing, not sure which one of these to get into. I think we'll get into this one and see how we do. This has got a bunch of cards in sleeves in here. So this is a Kobe Mayo rookie there. That is a greatness loading insert from Bowman Chrome, and that is a really nice foil card there. We got, wow, this is a Holidays Open All Year cards. That is a pretty cool Jackson Holiday card there from Bowman Chrome. I like that one. It's one I've not seen. Now this is an insert from this year's Bowman, and it's an insert I really like a lot because I like cut cards so much. And I have not pulled many of these because I don't open a lot of Bowman, so it's really nice to get another one of these. This is a rookie of Rhett Lauder. These are Rookie of the Year favorites. All of the ones in this die-cut insert set are that. And here's another one. This is Luis Angel Acuna. Very nice to see that. And wow, wait a minute. Wow, he's sent me quite a lot of these. That is awesome. These are inserts, and I've opened, I think, 2 or 3 boxes of Bowman, and you only get one of these per box. So these are tough cards. I can't believe you sent me so many of these, Bart. I know you opened a lot of Bowman, but I didn't think you'd opened quite that much. That is really stupendous. Thank you for these, Bart. We got Nick York, Jackson Jobe. That's a nice one, too, and Jace Young. Some big names in here, too. These are really nice rookie cards. Drew Romo there, and Kevin Alcantara. We've got Rocky Sasaki. I can't believe he sent me that. It's a hot rookie card right there. Really nice to get these. These are awesome. And Kobe Mayo, that is awesome. Get the Orioles card in there as well. That is great. Man, those are such great cards. There's another Kobe Mayo there. Now these look like they're all the Rockstar rookies. Wow, this also from Bowman. And really, I can't believe you sent me all of these rookies. This is fantastic. Drew Thorpe there and Joan Kensey Noel. We got Spencer Schwellenbach and James Wood. Wow, amazing. You'd send me a James Wood rookie. Thank you so much, Bart. This is over-the-top kindness and generosity. This is fantastic. I mean, really delighted to get these. This is awesome. Love these inserts. Kumar Rocker there and Jackson Jobe again. Thomas Sagesi there, and Luis Angel Acuna finishes off those. That is a really, really, man, a ton of rookies in there. All inserts, beautiful cards from Bowman. Wow, I'm bowled over by that. And again, I don't know which one of these packs to open next. I guess we'll maybe get into this one. I'm just kind of choosing at random here. I don't know what to expect out of these. I have a feeling, just glanced at the timer right now, I have a feeling that we're going to need a second part to this to open the remainder of these packs. See how we do here. Nice Mountcastle Allen and Ginter mini there, and there's a nice Tony Oliva, and that is the black bordered variation. Those are very tough pulls, so that one is really cool. I actually really like the look of that card. That's a beautiful card. All right, Jose Oquendo. That is a favorite of mine. Jose Oquendo, of course, famous for having played all 9 positions, legitimately played all 9 positions in the field, and really amazing accomplishment in my opinion. That is awesome. Love getting Jose Oquendo cards. That is really sweet. So we got some Diamond Kings cards here. Sandy Koufax, Grover Alexander, and Hank Greenberg, some great Hall of Famers here. The Art of Hitting, Mel Ott. That's a beautiful card there, back when he was with, of course, the New York Baseball Giants. So I like the orange there, mimicking the Giants' colors. That's really pretty cool there. Eddie Collins, that is a favorite of Julie Searle. She'll be delighted to see that card. Lou Gehrig, of course, the Iron Horse. Joe Sewell and Rafi Devers, who I don't think belongs in company of all of those Hall of Famers, but still pretty cool to see that. Beautiful throwback design of Hank Aaron, or I guess a throw forward design to put Aaron on that. That is a pretty sweet card. I love those kinds of cards where you see sort of an incongruity between the player and the design. Always enjoy that. There's another one, Lou Gehrig there on that design, and Monty Irvin. Wow, that is really cool. Nice Willie Mays highlights card there. Well, that is one I do not have, and I'm excited to see that. That is really neat. I believe that was in Heritage a couple of years ago. Baseball comic cards mimicking the comic cards from, I think, 1973, I believe is when those originally came out. So very happy to get that. Flashbacks to 1972, and this is a Dick Allen card I do not have. Allen races to 2 inside the park home runs. That is very true, and one of the highlights of his career. Very, very neat thing that he did when he was with the White Sox. That is really neat. Love seeing that card, and it's one I did not have. So thank you for that, Bart. That is really awesome. Satchel Paige All-Star Throwback card on the 1989 design. This came out in 2024. And we got a beautiful Bob Gibson card. Look at that orange foil there. That is really neat. I don't think I have ever pulled a select card with that particular foil color on the parallel. That is really cool. I don't know what that particular design is called for that type of foil, but very cool. Don Larson card there. The Yankee great. Larson played for several different teams, actually, but he's most famous, of course, for his accomplishment. It says on the back here, some days are so good you want to pay homage to them for the rest of your life. Well, there you go. The only guy to throw a perfect game in the World Series. That is indeed Don Larson. Harmon Killebrew Artist Palette card. Very nice to see that. Also from Diamond Kings. Nice Willie Mays All-Star card on the 1989 design. Love seeing that. Lamar Jackson. There we go. Of course, I am a Ravens fan as well as an Orioles fan. We get some nice Ravens here. Roquan Smith and Derrick Henry there. Will Henry have a huge year the way he did last year? I don't know. I'm thinking about doing fantasy football this year. If any of you do fantasy football, let me know in the comments, and maybe we can get like an 8-person league together or something like that. I want it to be pretty low stress and you know, not a big deal, but it might be fun to do that with some of you. Adisa Isaac from the Ravens, nice rookie card of that player. And there's another Derrick Henry on the green mosaic parallel, beautiful foil there. Ed Reed, of course, one of the greatest safeties of all time. And Roquan Smith behind him. Ed Reed looking stylish at his Hall of Fame induction ceremony. That is a look that I could not pull off myself, I'll tell you that. Lamar Jackson there on the Absolute card, another Lamar there. And check out this numbers card from Select of Lamar. That is awesome. I don't think I have that one. Nice mosaic Lamar, and there's a Contenders Lamar Jackson. Beautiful to see these. Another Optic Lamar, and what do we have here? This is a Satchel Paige manufactured relic. Beautiful commemorative anniversary patch for 70 years of Topps cards. That's a really cool looking card. I like that one a lot as well. Now we got another of those orange parallels, and it is a color match for Jim Palmer. That is sweet. Check that out. That is an awesome card. Wow, I really like that. That is a beauty there. Wow, that is really awesome. That is a beautiful orange there that I don't think I'd seen before today, Bart. So this is a real treat. This is definitely going up on the back wall there. We'll put him in front of the Gingerbread Ohtani. I have a feeling that's going to be up there all week. We'll get to these other three maybe later in the week. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. Maybe I'll do it Thursday. But we will definitely get to these. Fear not. Bart, this is fantastic. I've also got some cards for my son to open, so maybe I'll shoot that episode with him tonight when he gets home from camp. Hope you guys enjoyed seeing this. I am over the moon. Bart, this is extremely generous of you. Thank you so much for sending all of this awesome stuff. Cannot wait to get into these other 3 stacks very soon. Again, if you have not been over to BC's Sports Cards, please check them out. I will list Bart's channel in the box below, so please go over there and give him a look. Bart, thank you so much, and thank all of you for coming out to the channel today. Hope you had a great weekend. I will see you back here tomorrow, and as always, happy collecting.